Hello, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to Villa A.M, your bite-sized recap of all the news that happened with Aston Villa in the day previous, which would have been Saturday, the 30th of August. But I'm now talking to you on Sunday, the 31st of August, just so that we don't confuse things. And thank you so much, everybody, for always tuning in to Villa A.M, because I really, really appreciate all the great comments that you give. And yesterday, or today, should I say yesterday, was... Well, it was kind of a bit of a whirlwind, bit of a roller coaster day, to be honest with you. And we'll start off with some of the transfer news, and it was all transfer news yesterday, I think, from that point of view, from an Aston Villa point of view. And the first bit of news we'll come to is that Aston Villa are closing in on a deal to sign 17-year-old Aberdeen youngster Fletcher Boyd for a 7-figure fee. Yeah, he's considered a leading talent who can progress quickly, and talks have been open. So what I mean by that is he can progress quickly to the senior team, but he will start off in the academy. Highly thought of player with Aberdeen. I actually know quite a lot of people who live in Aberdeen. I've nearly lived in Aberdeen myself, and there are quite a lot of people who support Aberdeen. He has 2 goals and 6 appearances for them. Well, 2 goals and 12 appearances, really. 2 goals and 6 in the league for them. And he's only 17 years of age. He's an attacking midfielder. And obviously somebody with a lot of potential. And Aston Villa have stolen the march and decided they wanted to spend a 7-figure sum, whatever that means, million plus, on him. So one for the future there as well. And also, there was news that broke, well, I won't really say if it's news, it was more conjecture, I suppose, than anything else, that Emi Martinez is still not off the list of targets for Saudi Arabian clubs, Al Nassr in particular. And should he join Al Nassr, that would mean that Bento would need to move from Al Nassr. And Aston Villa have looked at Sene Lamens as their emerging goalkeeper option. Lamens from Royal Antwerp, I think, if memory serves me right. And that is something that, he's been linked with a lot of teams during this off-season. He's very, very highly thought of. It'd be interesting to see if he does move. I don't know how interesting or how probable that is, but it's worth noting as well. But I think the big bit of news is that Aston Villa were linked to Lucas Paquetá today, West Ham attacking midfielder / winger, and all around turning the side for teams who he plays against, because he's definitely one of those players that if he's playing for your team, you like him more than if he's not playing for your team. But it was a bit of a roller coaster with Paquetá today. And some people saying he was, some people saying he wasn't, and so on and so forth. Then it was, did he travel with the team? So it almost ended up like an episode of 24. So with that in mind, I am going to read you a timeline of tweets with regards to Lucas Paquetá and Aston Villa today. But what would a timeline of tweets in 24 be without some suspense music? So here we go. First of all, at 12:39 GMT, everybody's favorite reporter, Ben Jacobs, reports Aston Villa's interest in Lucas Paquetá, noting its difficult deal due to West Ham's 60-plus valuation, preferences to keep him with Villa exploring a loan option. Then at 13:07 GMT, Transfer News Live cites The Athletic, stating Paquetá does not want to play for West Ham against Nottingham Forest on Sunday amid uncertainty over his future, with Aston Villa pursuing him. At 15:26, Nothing But Villa cites the Mail Sport, revealing Aston Villa inquired about a loan with an obligation to buy for Paquetá, 5 million initial fee plus 45 million later, but West Ham insists on a permanent deal. Then, the bolt of blue out of nowhere, 16:25 GMT, Jacob Steinberg from The Guardian announces Aston Villa's loan bid, which included an obligation to buy for Paquetá, had failed, making him a doubt for West Ham's game against Nottingham Forest, as West Ham do not want to lose him. Then, at 20:16 GMT, West Ham Central, citing the wonderful John Townley from the Birmingham Mail, report that Paquetá has welcomed Aston Villa's interest, with Unai Emery keen and Villa encouraged by the player to pursue a deal with West Ham. Following hot in the heels from that, Fabrizio Romano gets in on the deal at 20:35 GMT. He confirms that Aston Villa are advancing in talks to sign Paquetá, with negotiations underway with West Ham and the player keen on the move. And then at 20:40 3:49, the AFC faithful cites Jacob Tanswell from the Athletic, stating Aston Villa are discussing the deal structure for Paquetá with no official offer yet due to UEFA restrictions, but Emery and Villa are keen, and this deal will be difficult, but it looks like it will go down to the wire. So that was the suspense we were held in today with Lucas Paquetá. I hope you enjoyed my Jeff Stelling impression there as well. It didn't start off being Jeff Stelling, but then it ended up being Jeff Stelling for a finish. And you can rate that if you wish, and you can let me know in the comments how you like that. But look, Lucas Paquetá is somebody that looks like Aston Villa have on their list. If rumours are to be believed, the player wants to move to Aston Villa. He wants to work under Unai Emery, and if Villa can get the structure of the deal done, then potentially this is one that we will see come in the door. I'm not going to tell you what I feel about him in this podcast, because I'm going to do another one now and probably have it out at some stage on Sunday or even Monday. For you guys to give you my full in-depth thoughts, but please drop some comments below. What do you think of Lucas Paquetá? Just turned 28 years of age. Does he give us that flexibility that we look for within that forward three behind Ollie Watkins? Does he give us that little bit of nous, that little bit of shithousery that we're missing out the field as well? You let me know. I will be guided by you, and I will be doing another long-form piece on Lucas Paquetá for 100% certain. Probably will be out tomorrow, as well as our Team Sheet Tantrums and our post-match podcast. But so that's really been the news of the day today, is that Lucas Paquetá, out of nowhere, is an Aston Villa target, and it looks like their rumours are pretty concrete. And lo and behold, the one morning I don't put in a tweet to say it would be nice to have some concrete transfer rumours, we get a concrete transfer rumour. So sod's law, and I certainly am one of those sods today. But yes, thank you so much, everybody, for watching Villa A.M. as always. And I really appreciate everything that you do for the podcast. We did a lovely live phone-in show as well last night. It's a longer form podcast. It was over an hour, but some really great contributions from super fans of the podcast as well. And I really, we haven't done one in a while, and we will be doing them more often. And I really encourage you to get involved in those as well. So thanks so much for absolutely everything you do for the podcast. I really, really appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy. We will be back again tomorrow for Crystal Palace stuff. And all that's left to say is up the